And it will be Sarah versus Aeon. Yudi pulling out the Aeon for game 1. Spicy.
Do you know the vetoes?
I do not. Nock is currently handling those. But
Okay.
I'm sure we can get him to reveal them.
Okay. So Aeon, I mean, it makes sense. Aeon is very strong on Bermuda because Bermuda basically is a Tech 2 map, right? It's won in the Tech 2 stage 90% of the time, and turns out Aeon Tech 2, Navy, Land, and Air is pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Probably they got the strongest destroyers. They got their own faction with Tech 2 fighters as well. And of course the Tech 2 Hoverland is probably the best as well compared to all the factions.
I'm gonna assume they both probably first picked Cybran, and that just got vetoed.
No, I don't think Yudi
so?
would. I'm pretty confident that Yudi first picked Aeon. I mean, maybe not, but I think it's a high chance he did that and first picked Cybran. The Cybran on this map is, you know, you picked for the frigates. There's no other way to put it, right? You only pick it for the frigates, but then we know Yudi is like not someone who likes Tech 1 spam, right? He loves to rush, like abuse stronger Tech 2 units. So I wouldn't put it past Yudi to just go for Aeon. And there's enough things you can do, funnily enough, as Aeon here. If you can like kinda not go too much into Navy at the start and just go into Aeon hover spam, into securing your area, and then just go destroyer spam on top of that. Like, I don't really know how it would work out, but there's some possibilities like that.
I mean, it's a very flexible choice.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of options to go for. And we're seeing Turbo with a much faster air factory. Gonna rush out that Inti.
Yeah, Yudi is gonna make Scout and Inti as well, so he's not gonna...
Wait, the Inti's not leaving the base.
Inti is not leaving the base.
Inti, what are you doing? Get moving. There you go.
But it's only one Inti, and Turbo is making the transport after that. So Turbo has a slightly quicker air factory, but at the cost of a little bit less E.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the E to do this. It's a bit inefficient.
Yeah.
But he will get the transport faster.
Yeah, I mean, starting some E at the start can be fun. Also, you have to keep in mind he is Seraphim, so Seraphim transports can be the most obnoxious units in the game. Although he kind of lucked out. He's going for an offensive drop, actually.
I mean, he scouts Yudi's transport. I don't think he locked it. He may have.
Ooh, this Inti from Yudi. Oh, it barely gets in range of Turbo's Inti. So Yudi was in a fight with that, but Yudi kind of stopped attacking it with his Inti, so he kind of lets Turbo win that air fight. So now Turbo knows about Yudi's drop. There's a scout, so Yudi will probably do an engineer split. Turbo is also overflowing a bit of mass. I think so is Yudi, actually.
Well, it's so easy to overflow mass. Because
Yeah.
you just queue up all these reclaim commands, and you really don't want to cancel the reclaim commands.
Importantly, though, Yudi only dropped 3 engineers there because he doesn't know about Turbo's aggressive drop. Maybe he will see it now. Yeah, it will be okay, it will be in vision.
He sees it, but he is 3 versus 4 in the
He
vicinity.
can rush a PD. Yes, that's exactly what he's gonna do. Like, if he rushes a PD and tries to delay this proxy, he still has 3 engineers at the bottom. If he spams factories with those, it can be fine. Although air is a bit of an issue. There's no... Oh, there's the bomber. It's coming.
The bomber's coming. This PD is costing Yudi a lot of E. Causing him to
he
stall
doesn't have
rushing
E,
it.
I noticed. He passed his air factory, but that means he won't have any... Kind of suicide to transport as well. That's a bit of a miss.
Zooey's invincible.
It's what? Wow.
I think
It was
it's...
actually locked.
That's... What the heck?
What was that?
Invincible
Wow,
Zooey.
That's so unlucky. That is like a bug.
I think we might have to look at that some other time.
That factory would have died if the PD just would have killed the Phobo, and like he wouldn't have been able to deny this, but he would have slowed down the proxy, and that's huge. The bomber killed those engineers and is now working on the bottom right. So
yeah, let's just go into town.
Yudi at least has a lab on the left side, so he's denying that transport. But there's 2 transports out from Turbo.
Oh no, not the bomb on the 3 Engies. This is a 9 kill. Am I reading this right? Bomber.
Yeah.
He gets the static AA up and a mobile AA, but he has 1 AA, 1 NG, 1 factory, and up here there are 3 land factories and 4 engineers. Plus a bunch of arty that could just walk and kill everything.
Yeah, okay, so the single lab denies the drop on the left side, and Yudi is gonna do his own drop there. What's probably gonna happen, like, Yudi kinda lost the right side, he just doesn't have the build power. Like, he can stabilize for a bit, but because he's Aeon as well, he can hide the Aurora behind the factories. The fight on the left side is gonna be very important. There is no backup bomber from Turbo, so Yudi is not in too much danger. Although Turbo is again slightly faster with the drop, but Yudi has extra engineers and he has the lab. So, once again, in theory, Yudi should be able to win this, especially with the lab, as you can see.
And now he has the build power and the invincible transport bug.
I mean, it's not exactly invincible. Oh wait, it is invincible. What?
Yes.
Is bug? Is that common? I've never.
Yeah,
seen
this is
that.
pretty common. The Aeon transport is invincible when it's landed.
Wow. Okay.
At least to Inties.
I've never seen that.
It's a relatively new bug.
Okay, that must be why.
Yeah, but this is actually really annoying.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying.
Because, like, the Inties will now all die.
I guess it's Yudi's revenge for the invincible arty earlier.
Alright, they get 1 bug each. Now they better cut it out.
Each. Yeah, so there's another redrop from Turbo at the top left, so it's gonna be a bit of a weird mirror boat fighting for both sides. I'd say at the start it looked like Turbo got massively ahead, because he denied Yudi's drop on the right side, but Turbo's drop on the left got countered basically by 1 lab. The 1 lab forced Turbo to pick up the engineer's drop at the bottom left, on the left side, and then that failed. So that single lab of Yudi kind of saved the game. There's now, it's still alive, it's 3 kills, and there's a bomb coming from Turbo's engineers, and there's no split.
There's no split. The man is trying to build everything so fast.
Oh my god! No!
And they're all dead.
That's like the counter bomber from what happened on the right side there.
He wanted to rush a tank to kill the lab, and he did. Well done.
He rushed the tank and he did kill the lab, but at what cost?
At what cost? And Yudi seems to have managed to establish himself a little bit down here, but now the forces of Turbo will arrive.
Yeah, I think that the right side, it seems that it's gonna crumble very soon. The issue with Aeon, if you have to focus on multiple fronts like this, with Auroras especially, is that you need to micro them properly, and he did not do that yet on the red side, and I feel like either Yudi should have invested more attention to the right side or left, because he made 5 factories and he was making 2 more, but they're all gonna die, and that's like a wasted investment. So he should have either tried to invest more or less.
Yeah, Yudi did not get much of the reclaim in here. He was really focused on getting the factories up to try to delay this push, but it didn't really work. Turbo was just so far ahead, and now we're seeing aggressive drop from Turbo to the 4max. Yeah. Oh, there's a PD going up here. That actually might finish.
That might be just in time. Actually, I think Turbo is in time to reclaim the engineer, but he needs to pay attention, although it's super close.
Yeah, this is so close.
Yeah, look at that. That's a tricky action, so.
He gets the reaction in, enough time to kill the engineer, but not enough time to stop it from constructing the point defense. But it's actually, it's okay. Like, the arty will just walk over there.
Yeah, that's the big issue. Turbo walked to the bottom left of his base with his ASU to block any advancement, but Yudi did not. He was walking to the left side, but now he turned around because he realized he's on the wrong side, kinda.
Yeah, normally you go to the left with your ACU and Because this is usually not secured by you, it's secured by your opponent. But they have swapped sides due to the aggressive drop from Turbo.
Yeah, it's complete. So Yudi is gonna lose his Formex expansion to the RTs. Turbo is not. He did make a PD and he has the ACU there, and Yudi only has some labs. There's a nice bomber out from Yudi, Turbo's base, but it's not really getting anything yet. It's just scouting, I guess.
It bombed some P-Chons. It's got 7 kills. It's killed something.
I think that those 7 kills were from the engineers earlier.
Oh,
so
yes.
It's killed anything here.
It killed those Engies, and then it bombed some P-Chons for reasons unknown, and it's... Oh, now the Indies have found it. It flew over his whole base. It's a scouting bomber.
The counter drop from Yudi on the Formex location of Turbo, and Turbo is actually on the right side. It's gonna do a Phobo drop around Yudi's base. And there is tech to air out from both players, so there will be tech to pigeons to snipe. Yudi has to be careful about that.
Yeah, this is going to be very dangerous. I mean, it's 2 transports, both taking a bit of a circuitous route. Wow, look at this. Yudi even trying to scout for it, but I don't think he spotted it. Like,
I don't think he did.
It's not consistent coverage. It's just these 2 scouts on patrol.
Yeah, he's not. He didn't split them really properly. Although I'd say if he bothers to send out these scouts, it means he knows something might be happening there. Then he can also afford a Tech 1 radar in his main base, or like a few Tech 1 bombers, or a single Tech 2 gunship, considering he's Aeon.
I mean, 2 Tech 1 air scouts is about the cost of a radar.
Yes. Also, Yudi is equal Navy, but you have to take in mind that of course he's Aeon, so you don't want too much Tech 1 Navy spam. It's not gonna be a great investment. Both Yudi and Turbo are very slow in actually eating the rest of you know, the sides they got. Like, there's still lots of unbuilt maxes there. But here comes the drop. It's gonna drop at a pretty common place. Most RT drops in the main base go there. So Yudi actually rushes a Tech 1 PD, but that's not gonna do much. He could be rushing out the Tech 2 gunship.
Yeah, I think Turbo saw the
Still
T1
like
PD.
50.
Yeah, he knows. So he can just kill it from
Turbo's
range.
just gonna hide behind here, and he's gonna kill at least 2 Tech 2 mix. So this drop is gonna be valuable, and he timed the other drop later, so that's actually no, it is just later. That wasn't particularly timed, but that's gonna drop at another 3 Tech 2 max location. So it should be able to find some value there as well.
Alright, we're seeing emergency
Is that a
gunships.
Navy fight?
Navy fight. Oh my, Turbo's crushing.
Yeah, Turbo is crushing because Yudi is not focusing the weak figures. He's not paying attention.
He's trying to build the T2 torpedo launcher.
You said there were emergency gunships, but I think he should have been building those anyway because he's Aeon, and you are most likely gonna have air, or at least be able to utilize it better as Sarah, because you have Swifties, of course. There's now a Tech 2 transport coming out from Turbo. This one is scouted by Yudi. It's going directly for Yudi's main base, but Yudi did not block it.
And now the second transport comes in along with the T2 drops to the main base. Yudi has but 1 gunship to deal with all of this nonsense.
Yes.
Oh, is it gonna land?
Oh!
No, it doesn't land!
Wow, that
Oh.
is pretty big. I mean, it wasn't huge because there's 2 Tech 2 PDs actually right to the top of that, so this would have been able to AoE down. But this Tech 1 transport was the important one because that kills 2 Tech 2 maxes at least.
Looks like it'll be 3 plus the reclaim. It's really overkilling, and it's going to go into the left. Probably kill some of this.
Yeah, Yudi is now making some torpedo bombers to help with the Navy, and that is not a good sign yet.
Oh my god, is this ACU alright? This is a lot of tanks. This is 20.
That is a lot of tanks. He needs Tech 2 gunships to help him there.
He's got 2 obsidians, 3 incoming, but it's a lot of tanks. And
No, he's fine, he's fine. It's a lot of arties if you just focus on dodging, and those 2 obsidians, they are taking a lot of shots and soak up a lot of damage. Plus, they also one-shot all the tanks here, so they are more than enough to help you here. As long as he doesn't take infinite Tech 1 arty shots.
alright, big air fight, let's go. I think Turbo might have numbers here, but there are Swifties.
Turbo doesn't have it. There's
No!
Swifties, and he does lose the air fights, and as a result, the Navy should be cleaned up, but also this trying to kill Yudi's SU here, it kinda backfired, and he kinda suicided most of his army there.
Yeah, it didn't really work out. I mean, a lot of this probably could have been dropped into, like, the back somewhere.
Yeah, the drops were vastly more efficient. And Aeon Tech 2 gunships, they're also pretty good at getting frigates. So I actually think that Yudi shouldn't be building any torpedo bombers, because as you can see, there's also hover coming out from Turbo, and he isn't Tech 2 Navy yet, so he won't have cruisers. So the only threat is hover flag, and torpedo bombers can't kill those. Although Yudi has to be a bit careful, he needs some more air to properly deal with it. There's another drop on the right side, and they probably will be continuing for most of the game. So Yudi should try to have some counter to it. He still has the scouts, but they're still, you know, they're kind of missing some crucial area. He did make a radar in his main base and in the on the left side, so.
Oh, the scout briefly spots it. I don't know if he saw that. Alright, look at all this T2 flak. Really going to be hard for Yudi to make something happen in the Navy here, just with this much flak and Yenzines.
It is, and Yudi is still making torp bombers, and I think that's a huge mistake. The torp bombers won't be able to do anything against the hover, and Yudi went for Tech 2 Navy, but he's experiencing a massive power stall, and before that he was having a massive mass stall.
And here comes the drop! The inties are elsewhere. There's nothing to actually shoot this down, despite the fact that the scouts saw it.
So
oh no, the shield! There's no shield! Oh my... Is there a bomber? No bomber! And it's just going to town. He's got one pigeon almost done, but it doesn't matter. The Zuis are just massacring everything.
Oh, that's huge. He's gonna lose all... Oh, okay, he paused a lot, so the shield could go back up, so...
Oh no, but it goes down again because of the power stall caused by the drop.
That's huge. That's so huge.
And I think he's gonna lose this last pigeon at least. Down to 700 E income. And he's even killing the Rex too with the overkill.
Yeah, this might be a deciding drop. Yudi is right now on 700 E income. He's stalling so brutally, and at the same time he lost the Navy.
Yeah, meanwhile, this T2 factory just gonna die.
Like, he needs to use air to, you know, to deal with this, but he can't make air because he doesn't have the E, so he has no means of making a counter to it. Now, this thing is this Navy loss is not gonna result to an instant loss, because he has his own Tech 2 tanks and his SU to deal with the hover.
I mean,
like
no OC! He's not gonna have OC for a long time, and flying over the flak there, ouch.
Yeah, he doesn't, but he does have 5 obsidians, and Yenzines don't do great against those.
I mean, he's trying to push Turbo's main base as a last all-in desperation play.
He actually has 20 obsidians there, but they're all spread out, but he does have 20 obsidians. So if he, like, makes it so that his units actually, you know, are together... Oh, now he's going for the air fight, but he lost a lot of inties to I don't know what, so he doesn't have air at all anymore. I think he lost a lot to the flak from in the middle on Turbo.
There's a random flak here from Yudi. Yudi pausing the game. Not sure what that's about. But yeah, I mean, but the problem with the Obsidians is Obsidians without power perform significantly worse. And
yeah,
Turbo
he is close to getting to fixing his power stall. He's about to finish one Tech 2 pigeon, but there's another drop. But there's gunships in place.
They shoot it in the transport. Oh no!
If he finishes this pigeon and clumps up his units, he has 20 obsidians. He has 6 flak with it as well, so flak shouldn't be able to deal with that. That can threaten Turbo's main base. Turbo needs way... He is underestimating this. He has 2 Tech 1 PDs and 2 Tech 2 PDs, but he needs way more.
I mean, he's got a cruiser to support. He's building more PD. The Sarah Shield should hold for at least a hot minute, but this is a very scary army that could actually go kill his base. But if it does it matter? Like, there's TML hitting. He lost... GG. You know what? Fair enough. Just all of this you've lost left. Your main base has been dropped 10 million times, and then now there's a TML killing your T2 air HQ.
That TML is a hero. That is the nail in the coffin.
just incredible demoralization to see those missiles incoming there. And
because, honestly, like that's push. That's if he had the E to support it, it might have been able to do damage. Now, whether it would have been able to break through, I don't know. But aside from those PD, there's absolutely nothing to stop the push. Like air is not gonna. There's not gonna be enough air either. There's enough flag to counter it. So 20 obsidians, if clumped up right now versus this amount of PD, would have been